At least 100 al-Nusra Front terrorists have been killed in recent clashes with Syrian troops near Sweida province. Military officials say the Syrian army, backed by national defense forces, also foiled an attempt by terrorists to infiltrate into Thale airport. Al-Nusra Front terrorists have been shelling the airport to seize control of it. The shelling has caused casualties in a nearby village in the province. Syria has been grappling with a deadly crisis since March 2011. The violence, fueled by terror groups including Nusra and ISIL, has so far killed over 220,000 people. Well, to discuss that further, we're now joined by Muhammad Ali, Press TV's correspondent, who is joining us live now from the Syrian capital, Damascus. Muhammad, why is this area around the Sweida province and the Thale airport so strategically important that the terrorists are trying to gain control over it?
Well, definitely any airport, especially in southern Syria, is an important base for the Syrian army in launching attacks against those foreign-backed militants. So those Nusra Front terrorists were trying to take over this airport in order to stop the Syrian army from using it and shelling them in various parts of southern Syria near Dar'a al-Balad and al-Sweida and close to the Jordanian borders. However, the final target or aim for the terrorists in southern Syria is to reach Damascus from the south. So this is a step, perhaps, by those terrorists to take over this airport and carry on to al-Sweida city and all the way to Damascus. However, the Syrian army was able, in cooperation with the National Defense Forces and even the locals over there, to repel this major offensive by al-Nusra Front terrorists who attacked in large numbers this airport and also shelled it with tens of mortars that fell actually in the vicinity and inside this airport. Nevertheless, according to the Syrian army, according to an official military source, the Syrian army was able to repel this attack and kill more than 100 Nusra Front terrorists over there around the airport. In the meantime, the governor of al-Sweida city, Atif al-Naddaf, asserted today and confirmed that the airport is still under the control of the Syrian army and al-Nusra Front terrorists were not able to take over this airport. Also, the Syrian army carried out several military operations in nearby towns of this airport like Walad and Al-Karak al-Sharqi, killing, according to the Syrian army, 22 terrorists, which brings up the number of terrorists killed today to 122 around al-Thale. Al-Thale, of course, is just 10 kilometers east of al-Sweida city, and this is where the terrorists were trying to reach in the end. However, we have to note that once again, the fact that there is a large number of terrorists attacking this area confirms once again that Jordan is either facilitating their infiltration from Jordan or on the borders, or at least turning a blind eye. And this is what the Syrian government always sends letters to the United Nations asserting and calling on the United Nations to exert pressure on those countries bordering Syria to put an end to the flow of terrorists there.
Okay, Mohammed, as always, thanks very much for that detailed update. That was Muhammad Ali, who is speaking to us live from Damascus.